Welcome to Downtown Sports. My name is Downtown Steven Brown, and in today's video, the Toronto Marlies made a signing, which, as I dug into, I got more and more excited about. The Toronto Marlies have signed forward Pavel Gogolev, I believe, out of the Ontario Hockey League. So he's currently 20 years old, turning 21 in about a week or so, 6'1", 180 pounds, a winger out of Russia, was passed over in the NHL entry draft 3 times. His first season of being draft eligible was the 17-18 season, where he had 30 goals and 47 points in 66 games with the Peterborough Petes. The following year wasn't so hot. I didn't follow junior hockey too closely to really know what was going on with him there, but he was traded to the Guelph Storm, and his 19-20 season, 45 goals and 96 points in 63 games. Still not drafted, though. So these are all guys that were first-year draft-eligible players in the 2018 NHL draft, playing in the OHL, sorted by even-strength primary points per game. And the reason why we're looking at a mouthful stat in even-strength primary points per games played is because that's going to tell us just how much Pavel Gogolev was involved in his team's offense. In order to get credit towards this stat, that means that you have to be producing at 5-on-5, and you got to either be the one scoring the goal or passing it to the guy who scores the goal. So if you're among these leaders, it means that 1, you took a lot of shots, 2, you carried the puck on your stick a lot, and 3, you dished it a lot, and when you did, it led to goals. And if you're looking at the players that he's in company with, Saron Noel, Aiden Dudas, Alan McShane, Matthew Strovers, Evan Bouchard, Akil Thomas, Barrett Hayden down at the bottom there was captain of the Canadian World Junior team a couple of seasons ago. But this is how he stacks up in the OHL against players who are also in their draft plus 2 year, and you're seeing he's still very comparable to guys like Akil Thomas and Ty Dellandrea, who are more known prospects. And just for fun, let's read over his scouting report on EliteProspects.com. Gogolev is such a dexterous puck carrier. He plays the puck within a defender's triangle with his elbow free from his body and fluid wrist movements throughout. His ability to corral the puck and swiftly transition into a curl and release shot makes him a legitimate two-touch threat every time he secures the puck in the offensive zone. You know who also has a curl and release shot and has nothing to do with Pavel Gogolev, but I just think it's interesting because my mind made the connection instantly? Austin Matthews. Another useless comparison that doesn't really mean anything in this context, but another guy who's really good at carrying the puck in tight against defenders and being comfortable doing so is Austin Matthews. And just to add to the report here, Corey Pronman of The Athletic, heading into the 2020 NHL draft, ranked Gogolev in his top 50 draft-eligible players, citing an unbelievable shot, really high hockey IQ and skill ability, but also noting that this player has been passed over in the past for his defensive game and his compete level. He lets it be known to be weary about guys producing at a high level at age 19 in the OHL or any junior league, but also we've already compared Gogolev to other players his age playing in the Ontario Hockey League last season, and he was very in line with guys who are regarded as good NHL prospects. And just so we understand Pronman's ranking system here, a 70 grade on a player's tools, which were listed below Gogolev's name, would be considered as elite. So for Pronman to consider him having an elite shot or a 70 grade shot in terms of being a prospect means something here. There is potential in this player. And just so you know, he doesn't toss these things out like candy, let's take a look at the other players who are also given a 70 grade for their shot. Alexander Holtz was given a 70 grade for his shot, Jacob Perreault, Tyson Forrester, and Sam Strange. Only 5 out of 131 prospects were given a shot rated that high in Pronman's rankings, so again, it has to mean something. This player obviously has talent. And just to include this bit of information in the video so you guys don't have to look it up, the guys that Pavel Gogolev was in company with in those 2 other charts in terms of his even strength primary points per game is played. Akil Thomas was a 2nd round pick of the LA Kings in 2018. Alan McShane was a 4th round pick to the Montreal Canadiens in 2018. Saron Noel was the 34th overall pick to the Florida Panthers in 2018. And Ty Dellandrea was the 13th overall pick to the Dallas Stars in 2018. So the fact that the Maple Leafs were able to get a guy who was in company with these players and not use a draft pick on him, yeah, I'll take that for free. It's reason for optimism. And just to make myself clear, I'm not saying that Pavel Gogolev is just as good or just as valuable as those other prospects. All I'm saying is that his production was very comparable to those guys in his draft year and his draft plus 2 season. There's a lot that goes into scouting, which is why I can appreciate their job. It's not just looking at numbers on a spreadsheet and coming to a decision. And the reason why I'm taking the time to explain all of this is because the numbers are there and they're encouraging, but they could also mean nothing. They're a reason for optimism, but nothing really else. Having optimism and thinking a prospect is going to be the next big thing are two completely different things, and right now, I have optimism in Pavel Gogolev, and he was free. And you might scoff and laugh at AHL signing, how often do those things work out? Well, Trevor Moore was an AHL signing by the Toronto Marlies, who then made his way up to the Toronto Maple Leafs and was an impactful player for them in a bottom 6 role, and also Justin Holl was another example of that. But let me know down in the comment section what your thoughts are on Pavel Gogolev, and if you're excited about the signing, or if you're just at least optimistic about it. Make sure to like the video if you did like it, and subscribe for more, because more is always on the way. And guys, not something to remember for this video, but let me know down in the comment section as well if you would like to see more prospect videos from me. Of course, Toronto Maple Leafs prospects.